It is the homemade broadcast. This is episode 602. My name is Will Kuncz. That's Anna Hummel over there.
What's up?
Oh my God.
Live from the period hut.
You sound so good.
Do I? Oh, I got to give all credit to my partner.
Yeah.
I hate calling him that. My boyfriend, Chris.
Yeah. Well, good job. You
yeah,
sound
he did
great.
a great job.
So we are separated today. I'm here on the East Little St. James Island, like normal. Anna usually flies down here to meet me. But, she's
like
in
what?
her...
Like Lutwig? What's his name?
What?
Like who is it? Who was testifying in front of Congress today?
Pam Bondi?
No, the other one. Lutwig.
Oh,
Lutwig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lutwig, I think.
Yeah, he went to Epstein Island and I guess with his family. Super weird if you're raping girls with your family. That shouldn't be a family activity.
Yeah, that's not good. Can't do that. That's weird. But no, yeah. So Anna would fly down here usually, but she's at her palatial estate today because, like, what do you got, the flu or something? You sick?
It's one of those things where I don't know if I'm getting sick or not, and I certainly don't want to risk it before you're on your way to Little St. James for real.
Yeah.
So I would feel terrible if I got you sick. Like if you get sick on your own, whatever. But if I know that I gave it to you, I feel super bad.
Yeah. It's funny you say that because I woke up this morning and I was all congested and not really feeling that good. But I think there's plenty of time. So my future wife in a few months works at this company, and every year she's been there 10 years. So now they allow her to do this thing called well, I don't even know if I should say the name of it, but it's a yearly trip that they plan.
Right.
The company is nice enough to let her take whoever she wants. She could take a guest. So we're going to Little St. James. We're going to the Sandals resort in St. Lucia.
That's
awesome.
So awesome.
They pay for the freaking flight, the room for us. It's an all-inclusive resort. I've never been to a Sandals, so that's exciting. And St. Lucia, which we were actually looking at for our honeymoon going on. So now we get to choose somewhere else, which is pretty great. So yeah, I guess we'll have to maybe see if we can record another one for next week. So I'm going to be at Little St. James.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure we can work it out.
Appropriate. Yeah. But you came over for Super Bowl.
I did. Yes. It was super fun. I had a great time.
Did you? Well, you didn't eat. I did cook. I invited you and your boyfriend and a few other people over. I actually invited quite a few people, and everyone was like, okay, I'll let you know. So no, they really came over, but it was kind of good. We had a nice little small group of folks, and
that's better. You know?
Is, and my place is not very big, so we had just the perfect amount of seating. Nobody was struggling to find a chair or anything like that. And I did something that I normally don't do, which is I don't get hammered before I start cooking. And it was a much more pleasurable experience. I actually felt like I wasn't rushed and not knowing what I was doing. And we had some burgers, which you don't eat. We had some chicken, which you also don't eat. But I got you some cheesy bread. And
that was so good.
And you ate me some strawberries from the fridge.
Yes, I did. Thank you for letting me rummage through your things.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. Man, I got to tell you real quick.
Yeah.
I know it's really expensive to live. And this is not a endorsement by any means, but Aldi, bro.
Shout out to Aldi.
Shout out to Aldi. I got all that food that I prepared. I got a big family pack of. I originally wanted wings, and when I picture wings, I picture the flat and then the drum separate.
Okay.
Aldi did have wings, but it was the actual wing with even the part at the end that is not really edible.
Feathers.
Tip. Yeah, the little tip of the wing. It was just one giant wing. So I opted not to go that route and went with a nice chicken drumstick, which is
that's dark meat. Is that the thigh?
It's dark meat. It's good, but it's like the hamstring and the going into the knee.
Got it.
And then into the butt. Yeah. On It's good, but it's got a lot of connective tissue in there.
Oh,
And
hell.
ligaments. It is, even for me, I like meat, and I was kind of like, this is a little gross. But when you put them on the grill, it kind of just burns everything up, makes it much easier. So
They smelled really good. Like meat still smells very good to me, obviously, because I'm a human being.
Yeah.
But it's not for me. I do have to say, your future wife's friend was a lovely lady.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to be your friend. You seem bubbly and sweet. And it's funny because, okay, now obviously we're not the same person, but I moved to Florida, like the same spot when I was her age 10 years ago. She's 10 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So I was just like, saw a lot of me in her. And I'm like, I did that.
Yeah.
I moved here alone, basically in the same apartment complex 10 years ago, was 28 like you, wide-eyed and bushy-tailed before the world wore me down. But no, it was good. She was a really sweet girl, so I hope to see more of her.
Oh, you will. You will. She'll be around. She's probably going to need friends too. So maybe, maybe you can be her like mentor or something.
Mentor? Ew. No one wants to take advice from me. But I don't know if you heard me. I think you did. Your wife and her were discussing like some future brunch plans.
Yeah.
And I think the dialogue I had in my head was actually coming out of my mouth.
Yes.
Right. I started mumbling. I like brunch.
I'm not sure they heard you, but I heard
brunch. Just like hoping for an invite and didn't get it.
I know. I almost like said something like maybe Anna could go.
You're a great wingman.
Yeah.
Please. No,
should I done that?
No,
because you were kidding.
No,
you weren't.
Well, I mean, like if the invitation was offered, I mean, I can probably go, especially if it's on any day of the week. Now that I think about it, but listen, maybe it was a thing for them to plan. You know what I mean? And then when you start introducing other people, it ruins the vibe it completely, because like they know each other, they're good friends, they want to catch up. I've done that before. I have a core group of like 3 other girls I brunch with, and sometimes we'll throw in a 5th or a 6th, and sometimes it just sucks because, you don't know this person as well as they do. And then you feel like you have to like really help them into the conversation, and you don't want to do that. So I didn't want to impose, but.
Well, maybe you could do like a dinner for schmucks kind of scenario where you bring somebody too, to the dinner.
Oh, like another girl?
Yeah. So that way you're not a third wheel, you got somebody else there too.
Right. I just didn't want to impose on other people's plans.
Yeah.
But I was feeling like I might have, because I was a little drunk. So I would feel much more comfortable being like, I like brunch. And then if they're like, no, and I go, I was just kidding, I'm drunk. But yeah, we'll see how we go. I'll try to court her. I really did like her. She was a very sweet lady.
She is. She's very fun and easy to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Talks a lot. Like I kind of enjoy people that can talk a lot, because sometimes I don't want to talk, and then they just like ramble about something. You can listen or not. I mean, you could zone out and fade. It's nothing that's like super in depth or anything. So
yeah.
But yeah, she's a good egg. But yeah, Super Bowl was fun. Did cook. What else did I want to talk about? Super Bowl. Didn't get drunk early.
Bad Bunny, maybe a little halftime.
The Super Bowl halftime show, which apparently was the most watched Super Bowl halftime show of all time.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I totally think that is plausible, that is real. I've changed my mind completely on how I felt about it when I was drunk on Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I completely changed my mind. I was like, here's the thing. When I drink, sometimes I turn into like a boomer Republican dad.
Yeah.
And then when I like sober up, I'm like, that's not me at all, but I'm like, I'm not bothered by this in the least.
Yeah.
By all measures of like a performance, not for the people there. I saw some of the vantage points, and it was just watching grass move, essentially, kind of shaking the wind. It wasn't for the people there. It was for literally everyone else.
Mm-hmm. It was for TV. Yeah, it was
made for TV. There were some Blair Witch angles where I was just like, what the hell's going on? But I thought that it was like a really good performance. Like, do I like Bad Bunny? No. But like, there was dancing, there was some tush shaking, there was like there weren't any like soft slow ballads, like people were moving. Like, it was just an exciting, entertaining performance. I think people had it. Well, what did you think of it? Let me pause.
So much like you, it's not my demographic. That genre of music is not part of my life. It's not something that I listen to. It's something I vaguely knew who the person was, and I know that they are very successful worldwide and here in the United States, and obviously from Puerto Rico, which is part of the United States. I know. But for me, I don't care about any halftime shows.
Of course, I'm like, who would you like? Bright Eyes? Like, who?
Halftime shows are lame.
Oh, and whoa!
They're just in general. I know that they're for.
They're for me. They're for people like me. People who weren't going to watch the game but want to tune into the show,
right? And have something to watch and enjoy. And, the country's demographics have shifted drastically over the past few years. So
why is that?
Well, there's lots of reasons why. Mainly that the border was open for 4 years.
Oh, that. Yeah.
But this has been happening for a long time. Demographics have been kind of shifting. So they went after a group who they're trying to target to maybe watch the game for Bad Bunny and then maybe enjoy football, and then maybe more people will watch football and it'll become more of a thing, because I believe in Puerto Rico the game is football, which is soccer. And so they're trying to reach new demographics there. I get it. And he's a huge major star. So
he was like your wife informed me that he was like artist of the year.
Yeah.
Like, that's obviously you've got appeal, like not just with the Latinos and the Latinas and the Latinx. Gen Z knows who you are. People, you're a very popular person. Everybody knows who you are. I know who he is. I couldn't name a song. And I think the main issue was that not like a single lick of anything he sang was in English. And at first, like, go ahead.
Because he's a Puerto Rican artist and he speaks Spanish, and I don't think he speaks English that great either.
I think he does.
He does. Okay. Well,
I think he does.
Puerto Rican. He started in Puerto Rico. He's speaking Spanish, and he's, I don't know if you necessarily need to understand the language to get the music
to enjoy it. No, you don't. Of course not.
Yeah, I don't. Like, even when it's songs are in English, I rarely understand every word of what's being said. It's kind of like the singing almost becomes like another instrument.
For sure. And I heard someone say this, I think it was Tom Segura, and it was a great point, but it's like, I understood more of Bad Bunny's performance in terms of lyrics than Kendrick Lamar's last year. I didn't know what Kendrick Lamar said at all, except when he was like, A minor. And that was like, that was the only lyric I could sing along to. But here's the thing, at first I was just like, that's ridiculous. They should be speaking English. But when I sobered up, I started thinking about it, and I was like, this is what happens when you expand the empire, America. You know what I mean? Like, and I know you said earlier, because I'm sure, people get a lot of heat where they're like, they should speak English. And everyone was like, well, Puerto Rico is part of America. And that is true. It is part of America. And here's the thing, like, if the Super Bowl was in Atlanta or in New Orleans, for example, and they kind of decided to like celebrate and illuminate like local regional culture, right? Like, say there was like a jazz, French, I don't know, Cajun thing. I don't know what they do in Louisiana, but something like that, where they're kind of, celebrating the regional culture because it's in that part of the country. Everyone would go, okay, that makes sense. Or you're in Atlanta and Ludacris is there with Usher. Okay, that makes sense. or you're in Texas and it's Beyonce and some other country music artist. That makes sense. Yeah, I know it was in California and this guy's Puerto Rican, but like, I don't know. I think it's a lot of like fake outrage. People just want to get upset about stuff.
Yeah.
And that was me when I was 3 Surfsides deep on
I believe me, I'm the same way. We were going back and forth about it, and I turn into an old boomer too.
It's just fun to be angry, and then I'm like, oh, I'm actually not at all. That was actually a pretty good performance.
It is, but it's I think we were trying to be funny mostly, and it landed. Like everybody was laughing, so it was okay.
Like that's the kid that was detained by ICE, and we should bring that up. And I was just like a joke I made. Turns out people were thinking that was actually the case.
I mean, when you said that, I laughed and I go, "Oh, that could be true." And then some idiot, one of the Krasenstein brothers, who's like
is he a twin? One of those twins?
Yeah, I don't know what their deal is, but he, of course, put out that it was that 5-year-old boy who allegedly ICE detained. And wow, what an amazing! Of course, that's not true.
No,
but, the thing with that is, it doesn't matter if it's true or not. It just matters if it gets traction because Twitter will pay its users if they get engagements. Then they can slip ads into the tweets, and then they give a profit share to whoever's making the tweet.
Sure.
And this happens all the time with something not being true, and then it gets corrected, and the correction gets 1/10 of the original post was. So people go on thinking that things are real when they're not. And it's so easy to manipulate, and everybody's kind of susceptible to it. But yeah, there was that kid, and I thought it was fine. I didn't turn on the TPUSA Kid Rock one. I heard that one stunk too.
Yeah, I hate Kid Rock so much. I hate him. I as much as I dislike or like don't care about Bad Bunny, he's way more entertaining than an aging, sad, pathetic Kid Rock, in my opinion. I also don't like Detroit and anything associated with it. But when I was there, it was just like nonstop Eminem and Kid Rock. They were like the princes of Detroit. And I'm just like, shut up.
Well, the thing with the Kid Rock TPUSA halftime show too is that you're kind of subculturing yourself when you do stuff like this. Like, I think you should do it if you want to. Everybody should do what they want, but it's kind of making you kind of a pariah, to like do this little secondary halftime show. I mean, the country's divided though. People are really split. And it got a decent amount of views too. It wasn't even close to what the regular halftime show was, but it was something that was streamed on YouTube, right? So, I mean, it got a lot of eyeballs for what it was. People got in trouble for this guy here. And this is at a bar right in like a stone's throw away from my house. I've been to this bar. Got in trouble because he showed the halftime show, the TPUSA one instead of the Bad Bunny one. And some guy decided to confront him and talk to him about it and was not happy. Is this up?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on. You're just playing. You can do it. I just restarted the internet. Should be good to go. Okay. All right. Let's just restart that here. And boom.
I came here for the halftime show. The whole experience. Why aren't you playing Bad Bunny at the halftime show?
Because I put this halftime show on. Because this is what the majority. If you filming me,
I'm filming you. Why are you doing it? Why don't you play Bad Bunny?
Because the majority.
I'm gonna pay.
Get out.
I'm gonna pay first.
Luke, this is why.
I gotta pay.
This is why I said no.
I gotta pay first. But I'm asking a question. I'm not being violent. Yeah, I gotta pay first. I shouldn't pay because I came here for the full experience.
What's your tab under?
Which show to put
Super
on?
Bowl
Okay,
experience.
what's your tab under?
All right. I came here for the full Super Bowl experience. Are you the bouncer? Are you the manager? Are you the bouncer or the manager?
He's the manager.
All right, I'm speaking to him, not you. You do what you do, and I talk to him.
You don't
I
tell
came
him
here
what
for
to
the
do.
Super Bowl experience.
So it kind of just goes on like that. But this made like national headlines. I saw a bunch of stories about this. And they said the bar's in St. Petersburg. It's in Pinellas Park. Okay.
Get it right. Get it right.
I
Which
knew
makes it, even more sad.
Yeah.
But can I ask you this, if I can just, you can't put the other show on one TV.
Well, what about the sound? You're gonna hear the sound.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, all right. I guess. Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to think, like when I'm watching like a UFC game, they have all the TVs on that one thing. But I was just thinking, because when I go into a sports bar, it's like every third TV has the same game. So all right, I get that. I forgot about the sound aspect.
Yeah, the sound would be important. I don't know. Like I feel like this guy, the bar owner, obviously can do whatever he wants. It's his bar. And perhaps maybe more people in that bar wanted to see the TPUSA one. I don't know what the crowd is at the zoo. It looked like people, when I went, I was drunk, and it looked like people that might like the TPUSA show.
Really?
It was a diverse crowd, but I think overall, if you took a vote, and this is a democracy, I think more people would have said TPUSA.
I don't think he took a vote. I think he watched what he wanted to watch.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's his bar, whatever. It doesn't matter.
We got to remember we're in a culture war here.
Yeah.
We're fighting a battle. It's a cold war to some degree, and a hot war, depending if you're in Minneapolis, maybe it's a hot war. But I don't know. Like, I just think I'm not a fan of Bad Bunny. I'm not really a fan of Kid Rocks either. I just feel like it's just annoying.
No, it is. It is. What I liked about the halftime show is that the real one, like they played into all of like the stereotypes that you get in trouble for. That when you're like, when you're just like, oh, do you just like dance on power poles and eat tacos? Like that's your whole culture. And like so much more than that. And then it's like, well, that's what you were showcasing during your performance. My favorite that I later noticed is the little casita, like where people were dancing, like the house. Did you see the big sign that said, "We accept EBT"?
I did. Yeah, I did see that. And I also learned that 50% of the population, 50% of the population of Puerto Rico is on SNAP assistance.
Once again, not surprised, but don't get mad at me when I'm like, what are you guys just all on like EBT? Well, we're not just poor because we're Latino. Okay, you're poor because you're Puerto Rican. I don't know. I'm just going to go, that's what Bad Bunny said. That's what he put in a show. Don't get mad at me.
Well, it's the, the themes. They had the dominoes, of course. They had the boy stolen by ICE. They had a little bit of everything. Somebody got married, and apparently that was for real.
I didn't know that. You said, I saw that in the prep. You were like, this was a for real marriage, which is pathetic. But also, I don't know. Maybe you're into that stuff. Who knows?
I guess they invited him to their wedding, and he took it as an opportunity to get them involved. That's kind of a neat thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, like by all, like, because I saw so many videos where they're like, nobody's dancing in the crowd. It's like, it's old white guys. Do you think that they would dance to anything? No, they're not going to move. Men are often very stoic when, football guys, I feel.
I would like to see, because I saw those videos too of they kind of span the crowd, and the crowd's just kind of standing, trying to see over the grass that's in the middle of the field. But do people normally dance their little booties off at the show? When I go to a concert, I'm just standing there with my arms folded watching. I'm not rocking out.
I'm sorry that Korn wasn't there to perform. I don't know what other bands boys like. I know my man likes Rush. Yuck. Korn. I'm sorry, Metallica has aged out. I don't know what they want.
Creed.
What do you want? You want Creed? Because then it's like Beyonce does it, and then it's like, would you have preferred Beyonce? Bruce? Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
I don't know what you want.
Also, there's no rock stars anymore.
No, there's no rock bands.
Yeah. Foo Fighters are kind of the last American rock band. I mean, I know
that's actually a really interesting point. There's like no bands.
There are bands that are popular, but they're not like super mainstream. It's like country music is huge.
I can't even think of a band, like a new-ish band.
Yeah.
Like it's just rappers, solo artists, and DJs.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think like who, well, I don't even know who's popular right now. Bad Bunny who's, I guess, would you call him a Puerto Rican rapper? What genre of music is he in?
You are asking the wrong person.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican hip hop, just Latin music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think that should the Super Bowl go to like a country artist, like a Luke Bryan or something?
I don't think that would have been more enjoyable. I don't think country music is really good in a party atmosphere. I dislike country music more than I dislike Latin music, which says a lot because I really don't like Latin music.
Yeah.
I hate, but here's the thing with Latin music is I can hear it and go like, I see why people like this. You know, it's the beat, the beat. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. It's better for a party atmosphere than like a sad country song. In my opinion.
I mean, some country songs are fun. They're about like drinking beers and hanging out by the campfire with your dog, and then your dog died, and then
it's always like sad. It's always there's like an element of like melancholy to every country song.
It does tend to loop around, but I know there are some acts that are more fun. Like what's that guy who's kind of like taking over Jimmy Buffett's? He's super famous.
Idea.
He was married to Renee Zellweger.
Hugh Grant?
No, country artist.
I don't know any
No
country
shirt,
artist.
no shoes, no problem. That guy?
Garth Brooks?
No.
I don't know it. I know Faith Hill.
Yeah.
Garth Brooks, Luke Bryant.
Yeah. I can't remember his name now, but anyway, that guy I think is who am I talking about? He's super famous.
Is it The Lonely Places?
No, that's
No.
Oh God, I can't remember his name. But anyway, that guy might be good. Blake Shelton. No, not Blake Shelton. Anyway, maybe a country artist next year to appease the whites. I don't know, the TPUSA whites. It is just lame that it's I heard, like I said, I wasn't really a fan of the Bad Bunny, but I'm not a fan of any of them.
Right. I'm like, who would you have preferred?
And you're just, when you do this,
Katy Perry, would you prefer Katy Perry because you love her music so much? Everyone, no. It's not for you. Like the people that like sports, the people like you are going to watch the game anyways. It's for people like me who are like, I don't want to watch a boring football game, but I'll tune in for Lady Gaga or I'll tune in for Beyonce. Like it's for me. It's for people who aren't the sports fans. And so from that aspect, it was actually a great move. It was a great move. And then even more so because it was so controversial because he was like, you guys better learn Spanish. And everyone was like, oh, really F you. And then everyone hate watched it. And it became the most popular or the most watched halftime show of all time. So it worked.
I hate that it worked. I hate that while I think they can do it if they want to. And I know that there's people who are just sick of a lot of the stuff that's thrown in their faces every day in pop culture that you kind of get out of it, but you're not trying. I just think it's a losing move to not try to take over the culture as opposed to, doing your own thing in this subculture, which is, I think, what that performance was.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
They have Bad Bunny, right? He performs. He's American, although, in an atypical American, maybe not what you think of when you think of American music, but technically American. Would you have preferred that or maybe some, I don't know, like Ed Sheeran, not an American?
Yeah, I mean, like,
you know what I mean? Who speaks English, but he's not American. And this is the quintessential American event of the year. I mean, Rolling Stones have done it. I'm sure Ed Sheeran has been a part of it. Drake, like all these people, Justin Bieber, maybe he's American now, but you know what I'm saying? Like people who aren't from here anyways, but they speak English, so it's okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fake outrage.
It was, and people really fall for it. We're just so divided. And it's like not even divided, it's inverted. Like so many people, we just have completely polar opposite takes on everything. It's bizarre how it has come to be like that. But man, is it ever true? But Anna, let's say goodbye to Radio St. Pete. I can't believe it's been a half an hour already.
I know.
Some more Super Bowl stuff I want to talk about, including the little puppy dog in the puppy bowl that stole everybody's heart. I have some news about him. And we'll talk more. So join us over there at willsyoutube.com on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Substack, hmbradio.substack.com, willsyoutube.com. Go to all those places, subscribe. You can subscribe to the Substack for free, and you get the regular podcast 3 days early. There is a paid version there if you want to help support us. It's a really good way to do that. It's like $5 a month. And if you can, I know wallets are tight right now, but if you can, it's a great way to support. If not, just go to willsyoutube.com, watch for free. And we'll see you next week live Wednesday, 6 p.m., willsyoutube.com. And we're going to do some bonus time for the Substack. So see you later. All right. So are we done talking about Bad Bunny? I don't know. I feel like I had more.
I think we are.
I can't remember anything. And kind of.
I did want to bring this up, which is tangential to Bad Bunny, but it got me thinking: who is doing Spain's PR? We just think about this for a second.
Spain,
the country, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, who gets grief for all the colonizing stuff? America, the UK, right?
Yeah.
I looked it up. There are over 600 million people that currently live in countries that were colonized by Spain.
Mm-hmm.
All of those places imported slaves from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all of South America, the Caribbean. These people, the conquistadors, not really known for being open-minded and accommodating, you know, massacred the Aztecs, maybe the Mayans, who knows. Just all the native people, gave them diseases, stole their land, forced Christianity upon them. Do you know why people in the Philippines have the last name Alvarez and are Catholic? It's Spain. It's Spain,
and
actually.
Too, by the way.
Huh?
Fat asses. All the Filipinas tend to have big old butts, which is not common in the Asian community.
We could thank the Spanish for that. And somehow, like when we think of, you know, like Mexico and they have this like rich culture and they're speaking Spanish. That's not their native tongue.
That's true.
That's the conquistadors. They came and like essentially raped all the Native Americans that live there, whether they were like the Incas or the Aztecs or who knows what else. They're basically Native American tribes, but just more south. And the conquistadors come and they go, hey, guess what? This is our land now. Fuck you. And they force the religion on them. They take their land, all this sort of stuff. But Spanish has been integrated like so deeply in the culture. People forget that that's a colonized language. And Spain gets zero grief for any of this stuff.
Yeah,
I was thinking, what the hell?
I'll tell you why. I know why.
Why? Is it because they're like kind of darker skinned? And is that it? They're like people forget that Spain is Europe. It's like a European country. What's going on?
There's not a Marxist revolution in Central and South America. They already are kind of socialist and communist. Here, it's a ploy to this divide. And what's that guy, that Yuri Bezmenov guy? Remember he gave that interview years ago about how to demoralize a population.
Oh, yeah.
And this is just use race, and it's used, we're the melting pot here, and it's a good tool to use to pin people against each other to try to gain power. And I think that's really why it's different. Like nobody really cares about Spain. They're having, what's the Mardi Gras they have in Brazil? It's not Mardi Gras. Carnival. They're just dancing around, speaking Spanish. They don't care. They don't really
Portuguese, but
whatever.
Same. Basically, I mean, it's the Iberian Peninsula. It's like very similar, you know.
Yeah.
And they get like zero grief. 90, I think it's like something like 96% of the African slave trade, 96% of it went to Central, South America, and the Caribbean. 4% went to the United States. And again, not good, but we're the only ones, it seems, that get all the grief. Why do you think there's black people in Cuba? Why do you think there's Black people in Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, Guyana. Like, this isn't by accident. They were imported there, just like they were imported everywhere that's not Africa. And for some reason, those places just don't get the grief. And maybe it's just because like those countries don't matter. And it's only America that is kind of a talking point, perhaps, which is something I realized when I went abroad. And people would try to like talk smack to me about America. And I'm like, where are you from? Czech Republic? I go, guess what I know about your country? Nothing, because it doesn't matter. Seriously, I said that. I'm like, your country, zero relevancy. No one cares what's going on.
Yeah.
So shut up.
America is easy to hate because again, America has just won forever. Like the world wars, the Industrial Revolution.
Right.
It's been an innovator. It's just been a powerhouse of a civilization since its inception. And a lot of other people don't like that. I mean, I don't really like Canadians, but they haven't really done anything.
Why don't you like them?
Because it's just Europe up north. I don't like Europeans in general either. I find them.
And why is that?
I think their politics is gay, and
Okay.
I don't really want to bring that stuff over here. But there's a lot of things I don't like. But it's like it's just kind of moot almost to make fun of them. Because you're punching down, really,
Right.
to do that. And I think it's easy for America to be hated for that reason.
Of course.
Also, people want to tear it down. So that's another thing. Like to your point about the why doesn't Spain get more crap? Because Spain's Spain and it's Europe and it's gay. And
But the UK gets a lot of grief.
I know.
Like UK, America, is it just because like people forgot that Spanish people are white people? Because that's what I think it is. I think that they're like, oh, Spain, like you're basically in the Middle East, basically like North Africa. Because when you think of Spain, you think like dark hair, culture, Latin. It's like, no, dude, those are whites. Those are whites.
And
for
you see
sure.
Mexico City, you'll see in Mexico City a blonde white guy walking around speaking perfect Spanish with no accent.
I mean, I don't know if he's from Spain.
Well, probably is. I mean, born in Mexico, but
they're from all over the place. I mean, there's like, look at Giselle Bundchen. She's like, her family is German, but she's Brazilian. People migrate and they move.
Right.
But,
I understand. It's just, I'm just saying that you'll see a guy that looks like me. Like Louis C.K. is
correct.
Mexican.
Yeah, he's like a ginger Jew Mexican. I know. Yeah. And then it's another thing that I talked about at work, which was definitely not the place to have the conversation, but I couldn't help myself. I go, these people, they go, I'm not white, I'm Hispanic. That one has literally nothing to do with the other. Hispanic is a culture. White is a race. So I saw this girl, like she was on like the, I'm sure you've seen like the whatever podcast, like the clips of it, just absolutely like retarded OF models. Yeah. And she was just like, I'm not white. I'm actually Hispanic. I'm Mexican. And this one girl was like, you're freaking white. Yeah. Like Hispanic is a culture. I would describe it, right? Like you speak Spanish, you're the food, the this, like, it's like saying, I'm not American, I'm Asian. It's like, what are you talking about? Like you're from America, but you can be different races or ethnicities. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's not popular to be white.
No. I'm liking it more and more.
Well, a lot of people are rebelling and falling into it. I'm kind of one of those people who never really thought about this and was kind of colorblind and didn't really think about that sort of stuff. And then people started telling me that I sucked and I was, a bad guy. And I was like, well, hold on a second. And then I started seeing like people posting stats of certain IQ and crime stats.
Oh, no.
And I was like, wait a second.
What was the conclusion of that?
I'm all right.
You started reading the bell curve and you're like, huh?
Charles Murray popped up on my feed and I read the bell curve. Exactly. And I'm like, I'm cool. I'm all right. I'm down with everybody. I don't care. And then it was like, nope, you're not. And then you got the Gene Wu this week. I think he's from Texas, a congressman from Texas. It must be like Austin or something, but He was talking, Chinese born, by the way, immigrant who's a congressperson here in the United States, was talking about how the Asians and blacks and Hispanics need to rise up against their oppressor, the white people here in this country, and take over the country. And I see stuff like that and I go, okay, you're freaking me out a little bit. We also need to like band with people that look like me. Otherwise I'm going to
right. And then you get blamed for being racist.
Yeah.
Where they're just hanging with their, I don't know. I don't understand how it's not racist on the other end, but I guess it's somehow not. It's really ridiculous.
It doesn't have the PR that the media doesn't echo sentiments like that. Like I saw one too the other day, and it was about the community in, I think it's in America, in Ohio or something, and it's a whites only. Like
I've heard of that.
And obviously they're getting lawfare thrown against them. You can't do that. They're getting taken to court. They're just getting bad, obviously bad press, getting called a racist. And then somebody showed another tweet I saw was blacks did this too, and bought some land and had like a blacks only community. And it was getting just glowing reviews on CNN. They were just doing fluff pieces on it. And I go, what's the difference here? Like, what are we talking about? And
just PR.
Know the difference, kind of being oppressed a little bit in a way. But
yeah, it's one of those like, no, you can't have like white only spaces. But then it's like, but then they flip it and they go, well, blacks need, or, whomever needs like safe spaces that is just their own, where they can just be with their own and not have the feeling of oppression and being surrounded by whites and always being the minority, but you cannot flip it the other way.
That's when you're like, diversity is our strength. Is it?
No, it's not actually.
It doesn't seem to be very strong.
I heard Konstantin Kisin talking about that, and he's like, actually, it's not. It's actually the opposite.
Yeah.
It's actually shared values.
Yes. And that's the thing too, like back in the 90s, to bring it back to the Bad Bunny thing, we were all on the same page. So you had like Paul McCartney or what's his name, the Bruce Springsteen or whoever. Everybody was like, hell yeah, that rocks. I love that, because we all kind of shared the same culture.
Sure. Now it's certainly divided.
Yeah, it's way different now. So that's a shame. I wanted to put on the Puppy Bowl because it's adorable. What
is it part of the Super Bowl? I don't understand.
So it's kind of like TPUSA's secondary halftime show. They get a bunch of puppies on the Animal Planet channel, and they kind of run around, and it's adorable. It's cute. This was the star of this year's show. DEI,
Stephen Hawking of dogs.
Yes. DEI has snuck into the Puppy Bowl, and they have a handicap participant this year. Look how cute he is. Oh my God. I love retarded animals.
Is it retarded or is it just disabled?
I think it's disabled, but I mean, like, I love those.
Is that a third eye?
No, I think it's just a messed up
spot. Okay.
Yeah, a little spotteroo. I love like those little, you ever seen the mini cats that are like have the short legs? They're dwarf cats, I guess is what they call them.
No, I've seen kittens. I don't think I've seen dwarf.
Like, it's almost like a wiener dog, but it's a cat.
Oh my God. Can you bring him a picture immediately?
Yeah.
Are they like $5,000 a piece?
They are.
I figured.
I was looking like when our cat dies, well, maybe
one. You have two. One doesn't really exist.
One's June's pet. So I guess I'm talking about June.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, maybe I'll get one of these dwarf cats. Maybe I'll have more money than I can get one because they're so adorable. Munchkin cat, dwarf cat breeds. Okay, here's a good example. Let me put this on the screen.
I've never seen one of the. What the hell?
Like that. Look how cute it is. Got short little legs.
Can I tell you a story? Just sorry, sidebar. Yeah. When I went to California this past December for Christmas, I was at in Oceanside, California, which is close to San Diego. And there was two young women walking a giant wiener dog. Okay, giant wiener dog, very overweight, legs very similar to that, And my dad just starts yelling and pointing like this. He goes, "Hey, your dog doesn't have any legs. Why doesn't your dog have any legs?"
What's wrong with your dog?
Like yelling at them. And they just start laughing. Me and Chris start laughing and we just like walked away. But that's kind of what that looks like. Oh, that is adorable.
I mean,
that's really sad.
It is
What
sad.
are you doing?
Also, DEI has gotten into dog sports too because they got to have a handicap participant. But it's so adorable. I don't know how you can.
It's very.
It looks like it doesn't really like being there though.
It's hard to tell. It's not really.
Yeah.
It's an AI dog. It looks like powered by AI.
So, yeah. So we got some bad news about our little friend here, Tegan. I believe he's dead.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh no! When did this game air? Like what? When is this?
So they filmed it, I guess, months before, apparently, but it airs at halftime on Animal Planet during the big game, Super Bowl.
Oh, during Animal Planet or on Animal Planet?
Yes,
strange.
on Animal Planet.
Okay.
So, yeah, he was the star of the show, and then they announced that he had died a few months before. A small rescue dog used a wheelchair during her appearance. I guess it's a girl. Was part of the winning Team Fluff Puppy Bowl 2026 that aired on February 8th on Animal Planet. The event featured 150 dogs from 72 shelters across the United States, Puerto Rico, and the British Virgin Islands. Shortly after the broadcast, Tegan's Rescue, Perfect Imperfections Rescue in Connecticut confirmed via Facebook that the pup had died in 2025 after the Puppy Bowl 2026 was filmed following a battle with ammonia. So that's sad.
Yeah. Sorry, Tegan.
That's a bummer, man.
Mhm.
Sorry to you. At least we'll always have the footage of him sing around here.
Just that terrifying. You're right. It is. He was a DEI hire for sure. Something tells me he didn't win the race either.
He won the game. He was part of Team Fluff. They won.
So it's a team sport. It's a relay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A bunch of dogs.
Sure.
Oh, it's just they just play, and if they get the ball across the end zone, they give them.
You ever see those like basketball games where they give the ball to the Down syndrome kid and he wins the game?
I got to be honest, I don't like that.
Why?
Because it's fake. It's not like.
But can't we all celebrate in this like kid's fantasy that he won?
I don't think that's a good lesson to teach
people.
Because there are some things. I know we have the, you can do anything that you put your mind to. No.
What if your mind is made of mush?
Yeah, exactly. Like there are just some things that you cannot do, and you might have physical limitations too that you're just not. I want to dunk a basketball. Pick me up, tall black guy, and put the basket in the. Let me dunk it. I want to do that. No, nobody's going to do that for me because and they shouldn't, because I can't dunk. I'm 300 pounds and I'm 6 feet tall. I can't dunk.
I feel like this is a push in the opposite direction of equality, right? It's like, no, there are actually privileged classes, and there are there's aggravated charges if you commit a crime against a child or an elderly person versus just a regular Joe, which should there be aggravated charges? Either way, none of these people deserved it, and none of these people deserve to be punched in the face. But if you do it to an elderly person or a kid, it's considered a worse crime. So, unfortunately, we don't live in an equal society. And it seems like with especially the disabled, we give them a leg up, but then we also scream that we want equality. Like they need to be treated like everyone else. Okay, well then smack the ball out of their hand once they pass the ball to them, and then they can get a nice dose of equality just like everyone else. But they don't.
I've seen videos like that.
Really?
I'm throwing the ball to the kid and then just swatted down to Kimber Mutombo. Not in here, buddy.
How satisfying is that?
It is. I mean, I get it. Like people, just the Like, be nice. Let's be nice to each other.
Yes,
And
we can do that.
I agree with that, but can we also be real with each other too and nice?
Apparently not.
Like,
Apparently
hey,
not.
buddy, it's okay. Your brain is applesauce, and you're not going to be a rocket scientist. I'm sorry, but you
That's
can do
okay.
other things that are cool,
Yeah.
like make things out of Play-Doh or finger
Make
paint.
grilled cheese. Apparently they like.
Yes, there are a lot of things you can do very well, and we should accentuate those things instead of lying to people and telling them that they're actually Michael Jordan.
Right.
I just
did want to. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just saying. I don't think it's a healthy thing to do.
I agree with that. It's probably not a good lesson to teach anyone. I did want to pivot actually to something that happened when we were over at your house watching the game. Something I had never heard before. Something that your wife, I don't know if you remember this, said that she pitched to you and you shot it down, much like that person who slapped the ball out of that kid's hands, which was she wanted to integrate your algorithms.
Oh my God. I got a message on Instagram. By the way, follow me on Instagram, home_made_man. That's pretty much the only online thing that I have anymore. I have a Twitter, but it's mostly just to read. I don't really post anything.
Why's that?
I had some issues with past tweets, so it's just not worth it. But yeah, so I got this request from her in the messages thing, and it says, Julia wants you to try blend. And I was like, what the hell is that? And what it is you blend algorithms with the other person. So they see more of what I'm looking at, and then I'll see more of what she's, stuck in, whatever, which she's just AI slop. It's really embarrassing. She sends me these things and I'm just like, stop. I hate it. Stop sending me this. I don't like it. And she does it because she knows it annoys me.
Right.
So, but mine is, we went over it on the podcast. I hate it. I don't like it. I love it, but I don't like it. And it's just like, oh my God. I was like, Julia, it's really like morbidly obese women with the biggest tits you've ever seen in your life, and then like cats with Down syndrome. That's what my feed is. Okay, you don't want to see it. I barely want to see it. Please save yourself. Not even for me. It's like, save yourself. Don't get yourself involved.
The most like racist memes. Like.
Yeah, and I mean, it's
because they're funny. Because they're funny to look at. I look at them too.
Listen, who knows what's going to be in there? I get surprised sometimes. I see new things, and I'm like, "What is this? Oh my God!"
Even Will is clutchy as pearls.
Yeah, it's not a healthy place to be.
So what did you say? Were you just like, absolutely not? No.
There's no way in hell I'm doing that. You will pre-divorce me if you see what's in there. You can never see what's in my algorithm.
Okay.
That
made me laugh.
I mean, like, what guy would do? Because I have a feeling like I'm pretty normal guy, I think. So I think every guy's algorithm is a mess. I'm sure. I would think, at least I don't know what percentage, but I'm guessing a lot, the majority.
Right. Although I would say that maybe you and I have a lot of overlap. Like if we merged our algorithms, you might just get a few more mukbangs.
Yeah.
And I might just get a few more fatty titties.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty much the same.
Yeah. Pretty much. So, I mean, like, maybe in that case, maybe we could blend algorithms, but not with my sweet, innocent Quaker soon-to-be wife. I'm not doing that to her.
Just like, oh my God.
Oh my God. It would be like, yeah. She just have 1,000-yard stare. I come downstairs. You didn't believe what I saw. I bet you I could, because I saw it too.
I liked it too.
Messed up, brother. You don't want to get involved in this. Stay far away. But I wonder how many, like, God, guys' hearts must sink when their girls send them the blend request. What a terrible, terrible creation, Instagram. How dare you? That is vile. You're ruining relationships because of this. It's insane.
Oh my God. That was so funny. That was really funny.
So you get bonuses for winning the Super Bowl for the players and teams that win.
Okay.
And Sam Darnold is making headlines. He's the quarterback for the Seahawks.
The redhead.
Yeah. Kind of a good story. I love his story. He's kind of bounced around a lot. Was a first round pick. Didn't really do much with the Jets, and then ended up, kind of bouncing around the teams. Found some success in Minnesota, but Minnesota didn't sign him for some reason. They have JJ McCarthy is why they're another rookie. But anyway, he goes to Seattle and wins the Super Bowl with him.
Awesome.
Pretty cool story. So he, I guess, get $1 million bonus. I think that's what I read.
And how old is he?
He's like, I don't know, late 20s, early 30s.
Okay.
Because of California's tax laws where the game was played, the Seahawks star will owe more than the $178,000 that he earned for helping Seattle live. So I guess that was his base salary. He made $178,000 for that game.
Just for the game or not for his salary?
Yeah. According to Sportico, Darnold's bill to the Golden State will be $249,000 following Seattle's latest championship. The outlet stated he's going to have to cut a sizable check due to California's jock taxes, which force pro athletes who don't live in the state to fork over percentages of their yearly income based on the number of days that they work in California. The days have been dubbed duty days, and after the Seahawks touched down in NorCal on February 1st, Darnold and the rest of the team accumulated 8 days total by playing in Santa Clara on Sunday night. The Seahawks are expected to amass even more 2026 due to games that they will play in the state next season. The Sportco reported I'm reading out loud. I'm sorry. It's been a long time. Darnold, who's in the middle of a 3-year, $105 million contract with the Seahawks, will ultimately lose some $71,000 for lifting his first ever Lombardi trophy. So that sucks. That's a lot of money. I'm trying to find other Super Bowl stuff that I have. Dog died. Yes, we know. That might be all the Super Bowl stuff.
I think Florida we hit all the major. The
couple was married. More Americans interested in Bad Bunny than TP USA. Yeah, I figured that. To go back, the guy that started filming the bar owner, that's super lame that he did that.
Yeah.
But also, I kind of understand if you're going out to watch the Super Bowl, you want to watch the whole thing.
I kind of get it. I probably wouldn't have made a stink about it. I probably just would have gone home and watched it. But you kind of want to watch it live. I get that there's like an element where like this is live. Something could go wrong. We could see a boobie, something, that's what I'm looking for. I'm like, oh my God, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Something breaks, someone falls out of a harness. Like I want to see that live with the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But so I get that. But I don't know.
That's so dumb. I hate this time that we live in. It's really annoying. I miss the pre 9/11 days, which are,
what's funny? I feel like people keep harping on like times when, so for example, like in 2016, I'd be like, man, I wish we could go back to the good old days of, like you said, like 2002 or 2004 or whatever, and then now I've been seeing everybody do all these things like on social media where they're like, man, 2016 was the year. I'm like, was it? I remember 2016 because I moved to Florida in 2016, but I also remember it being just like, it was a year that we were just like, we need this year to end because all these celebrities kept dying. I don't know if you remember that. Like Prince died, and honestly, that's the only example I can think of. Tom Petty, maybe. Like a bunch of people just kept dying, and we're like, dude, we got to wrap this year up because everyone is dead.
Was it like Kobe Bryant? And
no, that was 2020.
Oh, okay.
But 2016, I remember we're like, we need to wrap this up. This has been a year. And now everyone looks back at it with such nostalgia because it was like pre-COVID and, I wouldn't say pre-Trump, but before things got real wild, I guess.
Yeah.
But
that's
yeah.
crazy that Donald Trump was 10 years ago.
Oh yeah. That is nuts.
For a long time.
Yeah, man. He's just been in the news every day for over a decade.
He should play the Super Bowl halftime show next year.
He should play it.
He's the most famous person in the world.
Can
He should
he
be up for Super Bowl.
sing or dance or?
Yeah, he danced. Remember on Saturday Night Live, he was dancing around.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if we get the Village People or something.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, Super Bowl halftime show, Donald Trump and the Village People. I think one of them died recently, so he can put on the feather hat. What do you call that thing?
The headdress?
Headdress.
Mm.
Yeah. And dance around. I mean, it can't be much worse than what we just saw.
Than Bad Bunny.
And Kid Rock.
Oh, that. Ugh. I didn't even see it. The Kid Rock one.
I heard it wasn't timed right either. Like if you're going to do something like that, you have to time it out perfectly.
What do you mean? It wasn't live.
It went over the Super Bowl.
I see what you're saying.
And it was still going on.
Right.
For the second half.
Did you watch it?
No, I just saw some clips. I didn't watch it. I saw JD Vance was there with his wife, and he looked like he was bored.
Yeah, because he probably was. He was like, God, I wish I could watch Bad Bunny right now.
Yeah. So anyway, that was fun. I feel a little bit of melancholy just because football is not going to be on for like a long time, but the years are going by so fast now they'll be here before we know it too. At the same time, got baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball, spring training.
I also get sad when football season's over because if ever I do go like out to Tampa or whatever, it's so nice when it's like a beautiful Sunday and like nobody's out because everyone's inside in their cold, dark rooms watching football all day, which is to me is insane because football season is like the nicest time of the year in Florida and you're not even outside for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's still pretty hot. It's crazy how the weather changed here where it was like freezing and now we get the air conditioner on again. A few days ago we were freezing.
Mm-hmm.
Hate it. But now is the nicest time for Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Football season.
Mm-hmm.
Technically.
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry, I poo-pooed on your point.
That's okay. No, it's all right.
I mean, football is like summer, really. August through...
Is it? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Well, I was thinking like if they started when the weather gets like obnoxiously hot, like if it went from May to like November.
Yeah.
Like that would be fine because you're like in your house. It's too hot to be outside anyways. But when I see people, even sometimes in October when it's like kind of nice or November, December, January, even February, I'm just like, dude, get outside. It's so nice, but also don't.
It's the best. Like, I think that Florida has this pattern too, where it does get pretty cold here for a few weeks in late January, early February, but then it gets really nice for like 3 or 4 weeks. It's 72 and like 49 at night. It's awesome.
Yes. And then it'll be ball sweaty before we know it.
Yes, it sure will. Yeah. All right. Well, let's dip. We had a bunch of stuff we didn't get to. It was the Super Bowl show. Bad Bunny. It was, it was, I guess by Sunday it'll be Ancient Chinese Secret, but I'm glad
maybe we can do a show on like Friday or something.
Yeah.
That works.
Cool. Yeah.
So I know you're going to be gone next week.
Yes. Yeah. So we won't have a live show next week. I'm going to be on Little St. James. So send your donation. Oh, thank you, by the way, to Brian from Philly. He kicked in.
Oh, awesome. Brian, thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy. And just says hello. And hello to you, my friend. Is there any other chat? Lots of chats. WSMFP7009 is in the building. Thomas Gilson, Holyoke Joe, of course. The boys are holding down the chat room. Robert, Godkin, a few other people. So thanks for hanging out with us tonight, guys. Appreciate you. And thank you, Brian, for that super chat. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, so we'll do we want to do it live on Friday or probably just record it?
Whatever you want. Maybe we can talk about some highlights of the Olympics. That's also going on.
Yes, that's
sports.
going on. Lots of I caught some downhill skiing, which is crazy. I think I'm a fan. And some figure skating. I watched a little bit of that too.
Yeah, same.
So I saw
And
the guy.
a Jake Paul I saw turn into a blubbering mess.
Why?
Watching, huh?
Why?
I believe his fiance won a gold medal.
Oh.
And people were like, who would have thought Jake Paul would have been the face of Valentine's Day 2026? He just cried, like weeping. And it's very sweet, actually. But, you know, who would have thought Jake Paul? But apparently he's a very sweet man.
Oh, man. Well, that's cool. Oh, yeah. Valentine's Day is coming up, too, this weekend.
Oh, yes.
So I'm sure you get your lady something. Do you do gifts for Valentine's Day?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I get gifts. I can't remember if I usually give a gift. But I don't think I do. I probably should. They don't do Sweetest Day in Florida. Apparently it's like a Midwest thing, but essentially it's like Valentine's Day but for the guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think a steak and a BJ day is what you're talking about. Is what they call it everywhere else.
Okay.
And that's where I can explain it to you.
No, I think I got it.
Well, you cook a steak, which obviously you're not great at.
I can make a mean ham and cheese sandwich.
And then you perform with your mouth afterwards. Which you're also, I don't know how good you are at that.
Okay, hey.
Or bad.
Thank you
I'm just saying.
for having me today.
Okay.
Great chat.
Yep.
And I'll catch you on the flip side.
Sounds good. Thanks, everybody. See you later.